obviously really pleased, for our guys. It was a tough game. First half, I thought our guys, did a really a good job of just playing the game. Offensively, our guys were moving the ball. I felt like we were clicking. They were very unselfish. We were working hard on defense and trying to make things as tough as we could. There was a lot of energy. It was very, evident the pace at which Richmond was cutting, much different, than the first, game that we played. Clearly a much higher tempo in the half court. And that really tests you. It gets you tired quick, chasing that around. And, I thought our guys, did a nice job really of sharing the ball and continuing to play the way that we need to play. And then the second half, I thought our guys got off to a good start and, played well. And about, middle of the half or whenever it was, I'm not exactly sure, we lost it a little bit. And, Richmond had a lot to do with that. The press, we turned it over against the press. We get a 10-second, count. Our offense was, they had bothered us, during that time. And we were pretty slow and not in attack mode. And then we gave up a couple of threes there. They found guys in good positions and they knocked it home. And all of a sudden, it's inside of 10. And there's a ton of game pressure, on us at that point, especially when you have that big of a lead. At that point, I think it got to 22, and then all of a sudden it's inside of 10. You start looking up at the clock, and the energy is going, and not only with the players but the fans. And I thought our guys did a nice job from there of just settling in, following our process. Making plays on both sides and doing our best to finish the game out. But you have to credit Richmond and their players, their coaches for the fight, that they gave, throughout the night.
Coach, 10 of 15 from three in the first half, and then I think 1 of 9 in the second. What resulted in the 3-point shooting disparity between the two halves for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't shoot quite as many, but they were switching, in the second half, so it was more. There were less opportunities, and I think when we did have opportunities, we probably overthought some things, and there were too many shot fakes when we had open shots, and some of those turned into turnovers or hard layups. And I think we had some shots there. We'll have to go back and look at it, but didn't end up taking them, and so that could be a problem. Certainly if you have one and don't take it, now you're dribbling back to the obvious, where the defense is in the paint. You're open for a reason. And so I think just better discernment there.
And Coach, the fans in the Siegel Center have been such a big impact this year. What was it like having a pretty good chunk of the fans in this arena of VCU fans? How was that impactful?
Yeah, I mean, there certainly were a ton of Richmond fans too, and we're fortunate that our fans were able to get in here, and certainly we heard them. And they're always, loud and proud, for their school, and both schools are. And it's for the schools to be so close together and in the same conference. Obviously this is my second year with it. It's unique. And that Chris and I are good friends, and the staffs are cordial and certainly pull for one another when we're not playing one another. But these games matter within our conference, and certainly for us right now, every game's is the utmost importance, and so we're trying to do our best to finish the season out, on a really positive note before we get to the conference tournament.
34-21 edge on the glass. How did the rebounding battle impact this game, and specifically Joe with a team high 8 rebounds?
Yeah, Joe did a great job. That rebound that he got on Jack's missed three, and we were pleased with that shot. He was open there and has been knocking that down. But Joe, flew in there, found it, and then made a really tough layup, and over it, which was contested. And that was a big time rebound and play for us. But rebounding is always a focus for us. We're always trying to grab our misses, and we didn't get as many in the first game, and we got some more this game. they're a really good defensive rebounding team. You know, I think they're top. I'm not sure what the number is, but they're one of the top 100 for sure defensive rebounding teams in the country, and so they're not easy to get them on. And you know, I thought our guys, you know, they certainly were key to the game. Even the end of the half, miss a shot, we end up getting the rebound, and then foul, 2 free throws. All those points matter.
Spiders cut it to 9, and then that technical foul seemed like the turning point after Max hit 2 free throws. Take us through that moment and what you were thinking as Max was headed to the line.
Yeah, I mean, knock in these 2, and then, you know, let's try to execute and try to get a quality shot here, and then let's go get a stop. I mean, it's all about score stop at that point, you know, to try to, you know, wrap your arms around the game again. And certainly, you know, we were fortunate in that situation, but, you know, it happens. And, you know, luckily, you know, Max knocked those 2 down.
Anything else for Coach?
Luke got a little banged up there at the end. Was that his face? How was he doing afterwards?
He seems good. Yeah, I just saw him walking out of here, and obviously talked to him when he was on the court, and I think he just got dinged, and he was fine.
Have you seen him getting more comfortable offensively? He had a few really nice buckets in the post tonight.
Yeah, I mean, how about the lefty?
Yeah.
You know, and he works every day, you know, on his game, and obviously, you know, he's not the centerpiece, you know, for us in terms of it's not his time right now, and he's not the only one that's had that, you know, in their career. You know, it's steps. You have to take the proper steps within your game, and the first thing that he's really impacted our program with is his defense, you know, and you think about that block that he had in the first half, you know, that all of a sudden turns into a dunk on the other end. Like that's a big time play and a huge boost for us. And he's getting more comfortable catching and finishing and making some plays around the rim. And so that's what you want to see from freshmen. You want to see them, you know, grow over time.
We do maybe one more? Or not?
All right,
great, thanks.
Thank you, Coach.
Coach.